now in the United States, so I'll go easy with that. So how has technology affected the customer service? The need to grab customers' attention. Everybody wants a share of mind. Everybody wants, what people want to do, what marketers try to do is have what we call a share of mind, where we are responsible for whenever somebody thinks of something, they must think of us. So whenever you think about ketchup, what do you think about? Right? And what else? Matooks and all of that. When you think about bear in Trinidad and Tobago, what do you think about? Carib is a bear, and so on. When you think about newspaper, daily newspaper in Jamaica, what do you think about? Right, because you see, that's what we call share of mind. It's supposed to cause you to respond automatic. So when a wife asks a husband to go down the road and buy her something in particular, she wants to know that he just moves automatically and gets that particular. The marketer, in fact, wants him to be able to use that automatic response and just bring back that particular brand. That's what they do. And so, well, I'm a bit out of it because I am a homegrown. In Tobago, we don't have all of this fast food. We don't have all of these bakeries and so on. You eat home. So I'm on work one day and a gentleman tells me, "Stewart, where are you going?" I say, "I'm going for lunch." He said, "Well, bring me back a chicken." Like you all hear the story already. So I'm a homegrown boy. What do you think I brought back? A frozen chicken. What that man did not call me, he could not remember. Because that grabbed my attention. This is how I know it. Whenever my mother said bye-bye, she's not buying any fried chicken. So that is what you as credit union supposed to do. When somebody thinks about a loan, they must think about credit union, not banks. And this is what used to happen years ago, because there was such marketing of credit unions as children growing up, that whenever you talk about saving money, you thought about saving money in a credit union. So we have to get back to those days, the human side of it, where we start getting people to recognize, if you're talking about saving, you're talking about going for a loan for your car or your house, you must think credit union. That is what is going to make the credit unions grow. So we need to be able to get back to that. Technology assists us to hold on to that. And all the while, attention is being divided in multiple directions because everybody wants to be able to get you on their side. The need for more flexible but also more convenient and personal service. And personal from the standpoint that sometimes we become too detached. This is what the data says. Customers need options. Can I do service in the credit union besides walking into a credit union? Can I be able to access information besides coming and pick up that leaflet that you have photocopied so often that it now becomes faded? Is there another way I could get that information? Option must tune into the lifestyle of the people and the various stages in life that they are in, depending on the age of the person and so on, because the older people may want paper. The younger people don't. So there must be fast, personal, convenient customer service that they genuinely appreciate. Technology must have its balance. Live chat. It is said in the survey, 73% of people prefer live chat, which means you want to talk to the credit union to find out about information about loan, starting an account. You should be able to go on your phone and just WhatsApp a customer service person. Any credit union meet that yet? Are we there yet? Well, probably this is the human side. We have to now consider, because some of them want this. This is how you're going to get this generation. I remember having to have a particular issue in a financial institution, and we were WhatsApping. Live discussion going on, matter solved. 61% depend on email. 44% on telephone, according to this survey by eDigital's customer service benchmark, which surveyed 2,000 customers. How many places can we find your information? Think of it. Can I go on the website and find your credit union? Can I go on Facebook and find your credit union? Can I go on Twitter? Where else can I go to find information? So the larger spread that you can get for your information, the better it is. So I hear a lot of yes on this side, but somehow the other this side. Where are you people from? I don't want to call the country. So, knowledge management is important to improving customer service. By 2020, they said the customer will manage 85% of relationship with an enterprise without interacting with a human by 2020. Wow, we become extinct. 90% of customers or consumers will always check a website before emailing or calling a company. Why? We have gotten fed up of the telephone. So make your information accessible to different target audiences. This is a must. If the credit union is supposed to survive and compete in a modern world, you must make a spread. The technology must be important. So, but do not allow technology to make you lose your human touch, because some people have. So the telephone is critical. I'll tell you how important and how skewed we've become towards the technology, because it has its advantages, but it also has its disadvantages. I'm sitting in a particular financial institution, and I wanted to do a particular transaction. They said, well, you need to speak with the manager. I said, well, may I speak with the manager? Well, he is with somebody now. I said, could I wait? They said, yes, I could wait. I said, how long do you think he might be? Well, he's with the customers for probably 10, 15 minutes. Half an hour later, I'm still sitting there. I asked, I said, miss, could you just check to see if he's finished? Oh, yes, the person came out. They forgot me. Human. But he's on the telephone now. So I now have to wait on the telephone. It took me another half an hour. So I am there 1 hour. And then I said, hey, you know, people don't like humans. I reached into my pocket, I took out my cell phone, and I ran the bank. The same institution I'm sitting in, I ran. I said, may I speak with the manager, please? Who may I say is calling? I said, Michael Stewart. Would you hold the line, please? On came the manager. I said, good morning, and I asked him for what I wanted. He gave me all the information. I said, thank you very much. And I left in less than 3 minutes. Sitting in, I never told him I'm sitting right outside his office, waiting to see him. Because we don't care about humans, machinery, technology. So there's this telephone frustration. Have you ever had this situation? Thank you for calling so-and-so credit union. A nice voice. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now. For loans, press 1. For salary payment, press 2. For general inquiries, press 3. And then you press 1, right? Because you want loans. Or 0 for the operator. And then when you press 1 to speak to a loans officer, press 1. For loan approval, press 2. For loan payment, press 3. So you decide you want to speak to a loans officer. So you press 1. So you're telling yourself, well, finally, I'm going to get a human being. And then you get, sorry, that mailbox is full. The human side. You can't get to talk to a human being. You just keep talking to a machine. And even now, you have this thing, when you want a definition on something on your phone, what's the name of that person that comes on? Siri. Yes. So, technology is really affecting us. But we have to make sure that we put the balance between the benefits it can bring and the disadvantages that it also brings. So what do? You put people first. People first approach. The growth and development of people is the highest calling of leadership. So we need what we call empathy. Empathy is, I feel your pain. Sympathy is, I'm sorry that you are in pain. But we need empathy. A gentleman, true story, and it was dealing with a credit union, saved up a considerable amount of money through his working years and decided that this is for when I become old and become ill, that I can be able to have all the facilities I need, a considerable amount of money. But he could not get the money back out of the credit union. Not your credit union. So he called me and asked whether I could use whatever moral suasion and influence to be able to get them, because he's now aged, his wife has a stroke, he is ill, and they need to have a caregiver, but he can't do it upon his pension and so on. But he has this money that he's tucked away for a time like this. I called the credit union and I said, listen, I'm acting on behalf of this gentleman. He has an account there, this is the account, this is it, and this is the information that he has given me, this is the evidence that he has asked me to be able to do it, and so on. They're having some difficulty in the credit union. None of his issue, this is the credit union's issue. So they said, well, you know, this is the struggle we are going through, and so we can't really do it, and so on. I said, is there anybody I could talk with? I talked with another person higher up. That person could help. We went as far as you can go, commissioner. But you know one thing that I never heard from any of the people I spoke with? Oh, I'm so sorry. How is the gentleman doing? How is he feeling? I know that we are delaying him and so on. We're trying our best. But could you give him our regards? Well, that man has since died. And so has his wife. And they still, to this day, the family has not received the money. Empathy. I think that he could have died, because what frustrated him when I spoke with him is they don't care. Because the human side was not there. Because they are taught this is the policy, this is what we have to do, etc. We've got to start connecting with people. It must be a people-first approach that we must use. So, building relationship with staff and clients requires trust. Your greatest resource is your people. You can have the best high-tech equipment available, but without people, you have no business. Treat your people with the same or greater care as you would your equipment. That is including your staff and also your clients. So, financial institutions are staffed with one or more of these people. Inside of your credit union, the reason why we don't have the human side, and the reason why some of you have the human side, is because one out of or more of these people are in your organization. What we call the engaged employee, who works with passion, feel a profound connection to the company. They are dedicated to it. They drive innovation and move the organization forward. They show up at work. If you have to do things late in the evening, they'll stay and make it happen. This event is going to take place. You can depend upon them. They will show up. The day that the boss is not in, they will be in, because they know that there's going to be a shortage of staff. They are committed to the organization. Those are engaged employees. Then you have the not engaged.